One more for the game. Come, sit.
You have passed the 13 gates. And you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here. Yet, I say, turn back. The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of. Here is the first member of my court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me. Let the cards fall where they may. We begin. I'm sure you are grateful for that. I was never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here, I'll make an exception. You're on the final floor of our simple map. Your opponent waits here for you. Find him. If you defeat me, well, it is early to be talking about victories and losses. Let us see what you're made of. A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective. Increasing the effect of one sort of magic with another. All you need is a channel for power, and it's simple enough. You have reached my first champion. A good man driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forge my tools. Now we see your metal. Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counterattack. Down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last. Ah, good. Now you understand the basics. We can begin in earnest. Your hero is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset. Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court. Time for you to face my undead army. Meet the Jack of Skulls. You want to play on hard mode? Done. I will add my own cards to the deck. How boring life would be without a little spice. Play for life and death. Prepare yourself. This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter. Choose from these options. Every step you take consumes food, but you will also heal as you proceed. I always thought it was best to avoid the problems of others. I see you have no such concerns. You can now counter your opponent's attacks. Hit the counter button when you see the flashing indicator. The token is yours. Well done. Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all. Good. Now all you need to do is find and kill the Jack of Skulls, and we can progress. The undead. Of all the players in the game, these are the most dangerous in the world, yet in no natural form. A wrongness, an error, cheating. Shots from rifles cannot be deflected. You would do better to avoid them. Are you agile enough? Well done. Well done indeed. But you have roused the dead in their dusty tombs, and even I cannot say what will come of it. Now our wager becomes more interesting. Will the tools you've earned suffice to address the challenges I pose? That is the question, is it not? Shall we deal again? Another round, and our game truly begins. A bold woman, this one. She did not collapse when the Empire did. No, she took up arms, organized her people, and vowed that in a country where death had gathered, she would be the one dealing it. Now we play for the cup, the first of my symbols. I've added some cards to spice up the game. In addition to the pain and gain decks, there are now blessings and curses. Choose your steps carefully. Really? Is that what you're going to do? I'm sure you're grateful for that. I'm starting to wonder if you're simply leaving this card in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield. This game is still only beginning. New rules, new tools, new abilities. We have far to go as yet. A shield for the marathon, not the sprint. You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive. There's a token in it for you if you win. Win this and claim my token. It's better than trudging along a muddy road. Certainly. You are close on her trail, and more confident than I had imagined. Perhaps you will play beyond this mark, and we will see your true mettle. A choice. Select your desire. Now we begin to raise. Itself will fight against you. Beware of my traps. A little gold to give you a taste for it. Poison. It's the tool of the traitor. Artifacts provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them. Noble causes turn to rotten enterprise. You may win this battle and send the Queen to her rightful end. Yet, what have you gained in the process? Inevitable, I suppose. So often those who beat plowshare to sword die by the grim instruments of their industry. Still, she fought well and bravely, which is all I expect from my pawns and players. You have earned the first of the symbols of my power and passed the first gate. There is no turning back now. Previously I was merciful, but now I cannot be. It is begun. I crafted each of these cards over the course of years. You have taken them from me in mere moments. Do you have what it takes to defeat the rats? Ah, the rats. They have swarmed up from the dark places beneath the realms of humanity and now squat amongst your cities and feast and shriek and hunt and writhe. Our Lord of Plague does like to rub your nose in misfortune. Ha! Let us see how you progress with that millstone around your neck. Of course, you can remove your curses at shops if you can find them. Still, I'm keen to see how you handle your disadvantages. Roaming ever forward, hunting for the truth. Each of these cards is crafted from your memories and built from your experience. I created them, but only in the abstract. It is the importance you place on them that makes them real. I'm sure you are grateful for that. Head downwards, if you dare. A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed. Choose from these options. An ambush. Hardly fair, is it? Are you sure that's the right approach? Now you begin to trespass upon the Ratmen's hunting grounds. Plague a name, and so leave behind at least. If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now, the back and forth between resources and rewards. A horse is a fine companion. I'm sure you'll leave this one in time. You do not seem to have the temperament for friends, even in the animal kingdom. A little extra health, but it is only a momentary respite. Armor protects you from damage. The best armor, of course, does so much more. A crucible to heat and purify the flawed metal. You, in this case. Take the token. It is yours. A treasure chest. What more iconic emblem of success could we imagine? Hush. Can you hear the way his claws scratch the tiles? They will not let you pass so easily. Prepare yourself. We play for a token now. Spirits roaming the darkness. With the struggles, the boundaries are weaker than they've ever been. He awaits. Plague, and pestilence, and blood, and teeth. Queens and kings of the rat kind have lost a child here today. Well done. For slaughter, your reward. Come, play. I do not want to just sit here. Now we play. Some men thrive in anarchy and chaos. The King of Dust is one such. His tools are cruelty and terror, and I suspect he will harbor a great hatred for you, my friend. In these lands, the King of Dust takes his tithe of all. You face the first of my kings. Each has shaped the nature of their forces with the strength of their will. They will turn that power to your destruction. I'm sure you are grateful for that. health to work with. Much good mate, do you? Do you understand how this game works now? Do you comprehend the stakes? I'm sure you are grateful for that. The bandits are sorely loyal to their king. They will not let you reach him easily. A choice. Select your desire. I'm impressed. Few select these sorts of weapons because nobody ever anticipates being in peril. Such misplaced confidence is usually their downfall. An expedition. Press on. Again, a token is at stake. You are braver than I if you're willing to get involved in a marital dispute. Oh dear. I like this demon. He lies as often as he tells the truth. I'm sure you are grateful for that. Artifacts give you powerful abilities to use in combat. What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent. It seems you have made an enemy of the rat men. They do not normally attack unless provoked. as you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched. On this floor, the King of Dust waits for you. He is prepared. Are you? I appreciate your ingenuity. I look forward to seeing how you approach this particular challenge. You may have to contend with every bandit in the kingdom before you reach the king. Choose from these options. I'm sure you are grateful for that. As pleases you. Our lives are often lived thus, are they not? Pushed back and forth by the whims of nobility or power. I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason. 6 bandits to keep you on your toes. If you gain health, then I work harder to take it. Very few are so foolish as to deliver themselves to the king. There are many who will be pleased that you have defeated the likes of my lesser king. As for me, I think you have but proven that I must defeat you entirely. A set of new trinkets for you. You will need them, and more. Come once more to the game. The suit of scales are represented by these lizard men. Quiet, patient, lethally subtle, and coldly intelligent. Of all the creatures I have incarnated as suits, these please me the most. Some cards are locked and cannot be removed from your deck. You have taken one of my symbols, but now we begin to play in earnest. My scepter is at stake, and I do not intend to lose it. Scales. I have saved the lizard men for now, but the stakes have been raised. There is no weapon I will not use against you. That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it. I appreciate your efforts. I worked hard on this game. It is a pleasure to see you play. A ship at dock is worth nothing until it sails. A little food. Not a great change, but enough to switch the odds a little. A choice. Select your desire. Hungry mouths. War leaves nothing else. What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent. The deeper you go, the greater the risk of starvation. A chance to buy more food. You must be relieved. I'm sure you are grateful for that. Your provisions are running low. Can you press on? Again, our ghostly friend slides into view. The pendulum can swing both ways. Are you afraid of the grave? What irony. Let us stake a token on their foolishness. Finally, an opportunity to eat. Food is crucial for healing. If you travel without food, your strength will not be restored between encounters. You'll also begin to starve. It seems you'll learn that soon enough, though. Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies. Of course, I am different. My powers are genuine. Your prize. Deeper towards our foe. The lizard men are nothing if not patient. He waits for you. I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes. Now, a fight for the ages. I expect greatness. Well played. Well played indeed. You have defeated something that I never expected to die. The wand represents my will in the purest sense. It is not too late for you to give up now. Go peacefully to your fate and leave me to mine. You begin to assemble a credible deck. Let us see what happens next. Halfway done. Let us continue. Into the depths we go, searching for the dead and dying. So much death and sorrow in the world. Can you hear the winds keening in Loch? The lands of the Queen of Skulls are unhealthy for the living. Few have reached the depths of the game that you have attained. They were too weak or too inflexible, too passionate or lacking in the necessary will. You are different. This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter. Of course, killing their leader is a fine way to provoke them. A brotherhood of peace in the service of war. Never trust a priest. There's a token in it for you if you win. I did not create this game, you know. I have merely perfected it. You have begun to understand my innovations. I'm sure you are grateful for that. Of course, so few trade in the land of death that deals are easy to strike. Aha! The Count enters the picture. Caves and caverns. One cannot hope to find adventure without a little delving now. A permanent discount for those willing to endure the local color. Such an elegant use of rage and anger. You wouldn't expect it of the barbarian hordes. I am not surprised they have difficulty selling their wares here. Even I am unsure where this thing springs from. Choose from these options. Sparse and relatively empty. Mostly we skip over these moments in our memory. Yet something has caught you here. Blessings will remain always active and are never removed. Unless you die, of course. Then you're back where you began, as always. Evil made flesh, but with no craft or substance. Powerful magic, but unfocused. Were you hoping this was the end? No. Another flaw awaits. Feast, famine, and everything in between. A quest that may lead you down many paths towards jealously guarded secrets. Interesting. better than trudging along a muddy road. Certainly. I hear nothing but the sounds of morning. She is close. At its heart, these traveling shows are but mockeries of the true mysteries. Ouch. The more powerful the sight, the more vile its trespasses. What an ignominious way to go. I do hope you find something to eat soon. Starvation begins to set in. Try to stay calm. Fear will only hasten your demise. Face death and learn your fate. Then it is done. When even a creature as haunting as the Queen of Skulls perishes, we know the game is almost done. The kings are gathering now. Do you see now what I have built? How elegantly all the pieces fit. One more round. You have earned it. Let us approach the mother of plagues. Against chance itself. Queen of plague, terror of mankind. You will not be the one to bury her. What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent. Are you afraid to confront the darkness? How could you have come here if that was so? A horse is a fine companion. I'm sure you'll leave this one in time. You do not seem to have the temperament for friends, even in the animal kingdom. I prefer not to play at chance. I only contend with the most serious of games. A little extra health, but it is only a momentary respite. A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed. I do wonder how much time you spend simply chasing down blind alleys. Ouch. If only you had a meal. Now, starvation begins. I can hear her summoning her children. This fight will be bloody. We play for a token now. Don't you find it interesting to consider that you're sitting at my table to play our game, recalling sitting at a table, playing another game? Circles and cycles without end. Faster is always better. Again, a token is at stake. A chance to buy more food. You must be relieved. Your food runs short. This does not bode well. A combat even I have waited to see. Majestic. Rat kind will not easily recover from this loss. 1 million half-orphaned rats will fall upon you like a tide of horror. Why do you still play? Why can't you walk away? You have earned your prize today. I have only begun to challenge you. The kings are woken and will not be laid to rest. The undead king. In life, he was strong. In death, he's unstoppable. Your road will end here, I suspect. I won this pentacle longer ago than you can imagine. In those many years, I have only now begun to understand its secrets. The King of Skulls is the last of the undead to have slipped from my grasp. You are the first to come close to him. Nasty. Sail away and see what you will find. Previously, I had underestimated you. Then, I resented you for destroying my minions. Now, however, I cannot lose. Either way, a great annoyance is dealt with. Noble in mind, or simply noble by birth. As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched. What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent. I'm sure you are grateful for that. Do not let your supplies run so short. You are on risky ground. Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies. Of course, I am different. My powers are genuine. I would feed you if I could. I cannot break the rules in your favor any more than in my own. From now on, you'll be taking damage, unless you can find more food, of course. A curse? We can only hope. Another curse on the table. Let us see how you deal with it. It has been many ages since the King of Skulls has seen combat. He is hungry. More ill fortune. More injury added to insult. One must now end. I admit you've been well used here. The King of Skulls has avoided my grasp until now. You have sent him to my realm. It is time for a long-delayed reckoning. Take the pentacle, then. It will only benefit you so far, and no further. More power for you. You have come further than I ever expected. Now let us see how you fare against the Queen. The great dragon queens of the lizard people are the fiercest warlords and generals. You will find very little success in the Queen's domain. Even fate itself turns against you here. These steps you take, none have taken before. Do you appreciate what I have built? Do you understand the elegance of the systems I have forged? I have sat where you sit now. The game, though, the game is very different. I doubt even I would have reached this point. sure you are grateful for that. Nothing more pleasing than the smell of salt water and the rush of wind, is there? If you possessed more subtlety, perhaps you could heal such rifts. That's not the life you have lived, mind. Work your way through the woods and see what lies beyond. The very embodiment of the earth. For some people, that is home and hearth. For you, it is a terrifying beast. The token is yours. Let us see what you do with your newfound abilities. Let us stake a token on their foolishness. It's better than trudging along a muddy road. Certainly. She's out there now, waiting for you. I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes. This tale begins, and then proceeds relentlessly. With each step, you will discover a new card and a deeper mystery. This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter. Queen of Power and Grace. You have destroyed something priceless, my friend. Do you ever wonder if your fell hand and the damage it causes are worthwhile? Petty treasures retrieved from death and disaster. We come close to an end for all things. Ah, the King of Plague. He has grown in the dark, surviving every challenge and feasting upon the bones of every single failure. The king will not respond to your normal tactics. In fact, he will make you work harder for less gain than ever. So much destruction you have wrought. Once this is done and the Rat King chews upon your bones, it will be an age before I can find new pieces to face those who come to play. I have been confident, perhaps complacent. Yet, these final opponents I assembled in ages past, specifically to hold against the greatest challengers. Ye cannot possibly hope to defeat them. I'm sure you are grateful for that. Who can resist the cries of a damsel in distress? Will you brave the pirates for the sake of this fair maiden? Choose from these options. More health to work with. Much good mate do you. Roaming ever forward, hunting for the truth. Will you undo the damage you have done? Usury, the root of all troubles. Our old friend the Jack of Plague returns to fight another day. You cannot come to this table with debts outstanding. A voyage across the ocean, or merely a trip down the river. Whimsy and caprice, the domains of the old gods. Were they always thus, or has age corrupted their natures? Running water protects against many things in myth. Generally, though, it's just a pain to get past. I'm sure you are grateful for that. How will you cross this time? A choice. Select your desire. It amuses me to watch them theorize, to attempt to discern the very likeness of the gods down to their toes. What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent. Are you surprised to see the Queen of Skulls again? With only 3 food, you'd better hope to finish this quickly, or hunger will finish it for you. One more step down, and we may see the end of this, or another set of stairs. He knows you are here. He can smell you. You may wish to interfere here. Myself, I leave people to their own devices. Except, of course, for those who make the great journey to come here and bother me. Pitiful. Meet the Lord of all pestilence, the King of Plague. Rats will take generations to recover from this. They must battle and battle to find a new king. We reach the end of days and the end of my reserves. You have taken near everything from me. We approach the final battle, the decisions. The deck is stacked against you, but you have come this far. You should run. This is the King of Scales. He has lived since before humans came to this place. Mighty and lonely and dangerous beyond measure. He cannot win. The dagger, my final symbol. Can you take it from me? Even if you can, could you turn it against me? I, who know its every mystery? I think not. Here we are at the gates of finality. You or I must die. Here, take it. It seems our pirates and our bandits are cut from the same cloth. Do you think it's true that men are alike wherever you find them? Or is it just that our memories fade and congeal with the cold passage of time? How unpleasant. I have not thought of my own mortality in an age or more. Now you force me face to face with it. Let the lizard men beware. Ever and always the lure of treasure moves you forward. There is no game without a prize. There are only scraps left. What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent. Choose from these options. There's a token in it for you if you win. If you only knew what happens behind the closed doors. Win this and claim my token. Finally, an opportunity to eat. I'm sure you are grateful for that. Descend ever deeper into the subterranean pit. Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies. Of course, I am different. My powers are genuine. They hunt only because you have so inspired them. A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed. Let's find out what type of character you really are. It would be beneficial to deal with that crossbow as a priority, don't you think? Really? Is that what you're going to do? Sail away and see what you will find. At their heart, all games are about power, are they not? The acquiring of power, the retaining of power, and most importantly, the use of power. I'm sure you are grateful for that. We play for a token now. It must be nice to be unpredictable. I am as bound by the rules I've written as you are. Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all. You are my most persistent foe. Here it ends. Again, a token is at stake. Ha! As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched. And so the end begins. You have beaten all the members of my court. The game is done. Do not think that this means you are beyond judgment. You have not won your life. No, one more trick remains. The dagger is a symbol of the intellect's ability to cut through the ties that bind us. My intellect built this entire framework from the barest pieces. You dare take it from me? I honor our deal. You win, and you gain reward, even though I now work against myself. Only I remain. There is nothing left but your final challenge. You face me now for the ultimate prize. I offer no mercy. You would be best to test me no further. I appreciate your ingenuity. I look forward to seeing how you approach this particular challenge. An excellent way to turn an injury into an asset. What will you do with that? Again, a token is at stake. All sorts of terrible things live in caves. Are you sure? Your currency is spent, your memories tattered and torn, formed into mere cards for us to play with. Nothing more pleasing than the smell of salt water and the rush of wind, is there? Once, many came to play the game. Now, it's so few. The bored, the obsessed, the weak. Some come here merely to fill their mind with anything else but their problems, with any other issue than the thing on their mind today. Is that what you're doing now? That is what it means to be king, to return even after defeat. I was always a fan of being fleet of mind. You'll have to settle for being fleet of foot. A ruined monastery. So sad. Another curse on the table. Let us see how you deal with it. Oh dear. Crypt rubbing. I'm not sure the dead fighting back makes this any more dignified. A choice. Select your desire. As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched. An expedition. Press on. Little pleases me more than watching your attempt to wriggle away from bad luck. This is where it ends, or at least, this is where the conclusion begins. As much as any game can truly end. Your final challenge awaits you now. The deeper you go, the harder things become. This thing I have created, I can hardly bear the sight of it now. I've worked my way through its many convolutions so many times, run through these conversations in my mind over and over again, wondered how it all ends. Will I ever know the truth? traps can you contend with? So careless with your resources. I'm sure you are grateful for that. Let us stake a token on their foolishness. You think that will help you? I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes. The Black Deck delivers again. This can only end one way, you know. I'm sure you are grateful for that. Rescues and redemption are the stock in trade of a hero, of course. That's one of the questions we must ask the cards, though, is it not? Are you, in fact, a hero? Sometimes form follows function, and vice versa. In this case, it's called a huge hammer. You take a guess. The cities hold no darkness like that to be found in the wilderness on a still and moonless night. Famine lurks over your very shoulder, waiting. A chance to buy more food. You must be relieved. I bet you're thrilled to see Jack again. I'm sure you are grateful for that. A tear between worlds. A thing that cannot be, yet is. More than anything, I am proud of my array of curses. You close on your final foe. Soon we will meet. Regardless of who wins, know that I have enjoyed the game. Finally, an opportunity to eat. The deeper you go, the greater the risk of starvation. Now we fight. I had hoped it would not come to this, but I knew it must. I could have built this trap to be flawless, yet I included the seeds of my own. The deeper you go, the greater the risk of starvation. Now we fight. I had hoped it would not come to this, but I knew it must. Our final confrontation begins. I will not fall as easily as the other opponents you have faced. The three rulers of the Court of Dust return once more. The microcosm reflects the macrocosm. I have let you come too far. I have become soft. This is your end. Again, my skulls come to the fore. Fight and see if you can emerge victorious. Fate ends here. As well as you have played, I say no more. You must still resist the family of rats if you wish to challenge me. dealt us both an interesting hand. Let us see how it all ends. You have come this far, but you must go no further. I will not leave the game in the hands of one as coarse as you. No, I will not go. It cannot end like this.
One more for the game.